Alright, hello everybody. I'm taking the mic just a bit earlier than usual, just because we had some very big amount of delay, 45 minutes. Please accept apologies for that. We had a player with a very huge amount of difficulties going through the process of connecting to the game, which often appear, to be really simple, but for this particular game, this was a bit complex, it seemed. But anyway, we are here. This is what matters. It seems to be okay for both players. So then again, we are here for the XTC, of course. This is round 5, game 7 between France and Mexico. We are 5-1 for France at the moment, so this is not a game to win a round. This is a game to to have the least amount of loss of individual loss for Mexico, or the highest amount of individual wins France. So this is basically the stakes for this game. You've got a matchup of First Order against Rebel Alliance. First Order is for France, Rebel Alliance is for Mexico. So Max is 199 points, which means he chose to give initiative to Robin. I'll just open the bets for you. There you go. Perfect. So, by clicking on the little window that appeared on the upper corner of the chat, you can bet points, credits actually, that you can find on the lowest part of the chat on the left. You can bet for like your preferred color, faction, country, player, whatever you choose. So yeah, I'll be explaining the lists just about a bit, but let us have those players settle. So on the for this match, we've got some really interesting game, because on the left you've got a list that hits pretty hard, and on the right you've got a list that defends pretty well. So this will be interesting to watch. Thank you for the follow. Welcome. Oh, Sith Taker. That's amazing. Thank you for the follow. Right. So is there anything to add to the overlay? I don't think so. I had the time to prepare, you could say. Alright, so we are setting up. Holo is the ship missing for First Order. So this will be Kyle, Garvin, then Holo, then Hera. Right. Okay, so first order is fully set up. Here I'm missing 4 rebels. Okay, so the first thing you can notice is he did not choose the formation that is pretty famous, if I am correct, which allows you to use Leia the turn 1 and pretty much give Kyle 2 focuses by using Bentic, and Garvin is doing a 4K that he does next turn as well. So chose to go on a different first formation, which is interesting. So then again, be getting a glimpse of the. Alright, so on the left, with the first order, you have the highest initiative of the list, which is Holo. So at the start of the engagement phase, you must transfer one of your tokens to another friendly ship at range 0 to 2. So what you will be seeing is Max taking target locks with every ship he has, and he will take those target locks onto Holo. This way, Holo may break a target lock instead of giving a token he does not want to be giving. Then the ability of the ship is fine-tune thrusters. After you fully execute a maneuver, if you are not depleted or strained, you may gain a deplete or strain to perform a target lock or barrel roll action. So this ability is pretty interesting with gas clouds, because it allows you to go through a gas cloud, hope to not get strained, and if you fully executed your maneuver, you can then strain yourself to use the ability. But the thing is, the ability reads if you are not depleted or strained. So if you're strained, which is like 72% or so chance of happening, then you cannot use your ability. You've got Proud Tradition as well. So Proud Tradition is while you have 2 or fewer stress tokens, you may perform focus action even while stressed. So this is basically really interesting because you can go through debris clouds and perform focus actions. You need to roll for the dice, which is obviously kind of scary because 1 chance out of 8 is always surprising when you hit the crit, but but then again you can go through debris clouds and still perform focus actions, which is quite good. And the card also reads after you perform an attack, if you are stressed, the defender may spend a focus token or suffer a crit to flip this card. So basically that doesn't happen quite often. But then again, why not? We will see if this appears in the game. Right, so this was Holo. Then you've got 2 Zeta Squadron survivors. So they cannot rotate their turret anywhere else that front or back, and they've got the Special Forces Gunner. If the turret is on the front, you gain an additional attack die, and if the turret is on the back arc, you may perform a primary front arc attack and then a bonus primary turret attack out the back. So this is 1 more attack dice if the turret is front, double attack if it is backwards. You've got 2 of them like this, and the third one is equipped with automatic target priority. This is the reason why this is the only TIE SF with the turret out the back with no change and no use for changing this. When you perform an attack, you must choose the defender at the closest valid attack range. After you perform an attack that missed, place a calculate on this card, and before to engage you can take a calculate from the card and put it on your ship. Alright, and finally I'm just looking at their movements, so I know if to set the timer or not. Finally, you've got TN3465. While another friendly ship performs an attack, if you are at range 0 to 1 of the defender, you may suffer a crit to change one of the attacker's result to a crit. So basically, TN is guaranteeing that the SFs will hit very hard, because you can like argue that with 3 attack dice this is going to do 2. With TN this is always going to do 3, and this is really important in this matchup because the list that Max is facing is consistently, or like almost consistently, rolling 2 evades due to Garvan, Benthic, Jin, Kyle, Hera, etc. etc. But we will talk about this in a moment. And TN also has the automated target priority. So you saw that the timer is on. Just a friendly reminder, you can still bet. You have, like, I would say more than 5 minutes to do so, if you will. Alright, so on the other side of the board, after you saw what I was just talking about, which is every one of those ships took a target lock onto Hollow. So on the other side of the board, you have Benthic 2 tubes. U-Wing, with an ability, reads after you perform a focus action, you may transfer one of your focus to a friendly ship at range 1 to 2. That doesn't work if the ship bumped you, or if you bumped a ship, but anyway, Benthic is the lowest initiative, so as long as Benthic does not bump a friendly ship and can execute the focus action, that's pretty much okay. He's got Perceptive Co-Pilot, because this way he can give one, keep one. Leia Organa, which allows everyone to perform red maneuvers as white maneuvers, which is always interesting. And then you've got the wings. If they are opened, nothing will happen. If they are closed, you can, after executing a 0, rotate 90 degrees or 180 degrees, and then if you do so, you lose. I mean, if the wings are closed, you lose an agility die. Then you've got Kyle Katarn. Can give focus tokens at the beginning of engagement. He's equipped with Multicrow that allows him to gain a front arc attack with an attack value of 3, and during the end phase he does not remove 2 of his focus tokens. He's also equipped with something really important in the list, but that costs only 2 points, which is Jean Urso. If a friendly ship at range 0 to 3 would gain a focus token, it may gain an evade token instead. And thank you for the follow, welcome. Alright, then you've got Garvan Drace, equipped with nothing more than the foils, but with a very cool ability in this list, which is after you spend a focus token, you may choose a friendly ship at range 1 to 3. That ship gains a focus token, so that doesn't work if the ship is bumped on you. But then again, if it is range 1 to 3, you can give your focus to that ship. That leads us to the final ship of the list, and to the combo that will probably be the most scary. This is Hera Syndulla with XX23S thread tracers, which allows everyone to take a target lock if the attack hits. The requirement is a focus, calculate, or target lock, so it will be a focus for Hera. Now Hera read, while another friendly ship at range 1 to 2 defends or performs an attack, you may transfer one of your focus tokens, evade tokens, or locks to that ship. So getting the locks that you can then give to your allies is very cool ability, because you can you can have, for example, I would say Garvan shooting, spending the lock, then spending, for example, the focus, and then Hera next turn will, while Garvan shoots, be able to give Garvan her lock for another double modded shot, which is quite interesting. But then again, the best of those combo is not about the locks, it's about the focus. Because if you take a focus with a Garvan Drace, you can then pass it to Hera, and Hera says, while another friendly ship at range 1 to 2 defends or performs an attack, you may add that it is during the modify attack dice step or during the modify defense dice step. You may transfer one of your focus token, etc. So Garvan needs a focus, Hera gives the focus to Garvan, Garvan spends, Garvan gives to Hera, and you can pretty much do that anytime you want. So this is really interesting, really strong ability for such a ship. Hera is only 44 points, just so you know. So then again, you've got the lists, you've got approximately everything that the lists can do. You can also consider that, for example, like any ship of any of Ruben's list defends, you roll your defense dice, you roll 2 blanks, you have focus. Hera has only a focus, but that's not of a big deal because Hera gives the focus. Jin also converts the focus into an evade, and then the ship that rolled 2 blanks gets an evade, spends the evade, and has an evade anyway. Alright, so you've got approximately everything you need to understand what will happen in the game. These are 2 very cool looking lists. The Rebel list is really based on getting a very, very big defense. So we will see how good the ability looks. Seems like Kyle is boosting, so that means a stress, because boosts are stressing actions on this particular ship. So this is Garvan doing a 3 bank. Got his wing closed for the moment. Maybe you could go behind Benthic, that would be an option. Pretty much thinking about everything for the moment. The engagement will probably be the... I mean, like, I'm used to say this on this stream, but for the previous games, not that I was wrong, but I wasn't that right, because in an X-Wing you can just, like, it happens that you have a very, very bad engagement, and then the turns after that you are just destroying everything. But in this particular matchup, engagement is probably the key piece of your victory or defeat, because you've got a list that really has to do a lot of damage on the first engagement, because it uses TN's ability, and TN's ability is destroying TN. And on the Rebel side, you've got a list that defends really well, but then again, the defense is related by the amount of token you have on yourself. So that means when Kyle did bankrupt, well, you don't have any focus token, so you need basically you need basically to defend really well for like 1 or 2 engagements at the maximum, and then rely on your tokens to perform some very good attacks. Because if your opponent cannot deal damage, you are correct. I mean, you're in a correct position, but then again, you cannot guarantee that this won't happen 2, 3, 4 turns in a row. That is not possible. This is just some countdown with this list. You've got a countdown on your head, and it's like, I've got one turn of perfect defense, and then the next turn will be worst and worst and worst and worst and worst, etc. And looking at the ship's position, it might be looking very good for Maxime at the moment, as he's got those dies really looking in the position of the Ewing. So the Ewing is the most expensive piece of the list. It's probably not the piece that is like the one you do want to kill first, but the common trap of this list is shooting Garvin really often. That is not very good because Garvin and Hera do synchronize really well. Benthic is more of the ship that is not that maneuverable. Hits hard for sure, 3 attack dice as Kyle and Garvin. But then again, when you take down Benthic, you take down the ability of getting red maneuvers white. You take down those 2 focuses. You take down like 2 focuses a turn. Although I would say the most like common target that you would like to hit first is Hera, but Hera is often hidden behind those rebel ships. So this will be interesting to see what priority targets ends up being chosen by Max here, and what will Ribbon do to allow his list to defend as good as it can. So Kyle is stressed, so has basically to do blue. Will not be able to pass some focus to Benthic, as the turret is facing the right. Maybe with the front arc he might be able to, but I wouldn't count on it. And the thing is, Garvin and Hera. I mean, Hera, it's not that much of a big deal because Hera can just one hard and be on the right direction. But Garvin here will be facing the rock if he goes one bank. I'm not sure why Garvin just lost a shield, to be honest. But anyway, I fear this is some kind of mistake. Alright, so 2 focus Benthic with the perceptive copilot, getting 1 to Hera. Hera will probably perform her maneuver and then do an evade that you can basically use, or maybe you just do the focus. I mean, with Jean Urso, doing a focus is practically doing an evade if you need to, so maybe you just take a focus. Alright, so every die moved, except, of course, Von Ring. So then again, you see, like, okay, so you've got the front arc to Benthic. My mistake. This was obvious. But you cannot, like, going straight is going to be like short because you've got rock. I mean, in this situation, I probably think that next turn this is some kind of a zero situation. Garvin is opening the wings. I believe he's relying on the token and not the card, because we saw him perform a boost last turn. And then again, as I just mentioned, Garvin is facing the rock, so for the next turn, this is not looking very good for the rebels. Alright, Holo might be a little far from a target lock. Yeah, locks a rock and gets a strain. I mean, a strain or a deplete on this particular ship is not that much of a big deal as it has some very good blue dial. Let me just give you this. 1 bank, 1 hard, 2 bank, 2 straight, 3 straight, and 4 straight. Very good dial, very good blue dial. And there you see that Hera is doing the 1 hard. Trying to get a lock? That is surprising. I would have guessed a focus, but I'm not sure why you take a lock with Hera in this situation, but okay, alright. That's one less focus you can give, but okay. Alright, so Kyle can give a focus, but no, you cannot give the focus to Hera as you are not in her attack arc. In your attack arc. She's not in your attack arc. So you can give to Benthic or Garvin, and I believe this is probably a Benthic. Yep. A little bit worried that the list is not. What? Why is he? Oh, okay. He's converting it into an evade with Jean, which is looking good. That is looking good for sure. Okay, so gave the focus to TN with a beginning of engagement holo. Okay, so we saw earlier that both Hera and holo won't have a shot. And who will Garvin shoot? That is the question. TN is focus evade, but the other tie is obstructed by the rock. I'm not sure who is the target here. I believe with 4 dice this is an amazing shot from Garvin. But the thing is, with Garvin, you like to spend the focus, and there you didn't, so that could be looking very good, but in the end, that would have looked amazingly good if it was 2 crits and an eye, so that you can spend your focus. Anyway, Red Tie SF took a shield on this attack. Alright, so this is Kyle shooting, I believe, as it is initiative 3. Hera will give the focus, and Kyle will spend Hera's focus, and this will do 2. And spend to avoid taking any damage in the situation. Okay. And now this is Benthic, as Ruben is first player. So I believe this isn't Ruben playing, but some a guy that is here in replacement. But anyway, this was Ruben's list, so I wrote Ruben this case. Nothing at all, and red is halved on this shot. Benthic did not spend anything. Kyle did not spend anything. Garvin did not spend anything. Hera just gave a focus. Alright, so this is yellow shooting at Benthic, doing 2 and cannot use the focus. Benthic got 2. I mean, there is a very good defense on those ships. If, in addition to that, they roll perfectly, this is looking like amazing, for sure. Alright, 2 again. Oh man. Alright, so this was green, that's why this is the one with ATP, that's why he rolled only 2. This is doing 1, red spent his focus on defense. This is range 3, so just 1 evade would do. Oh, this time you don't have the evade, so might consider spending the evade. And then this is TN. This is only 2 dice, but this is range 2 though. She's got a focus, so this will do only 1. No, that's not 3 dice, that's only 2. You're range 2. But they didn't notice it. Yeah, well. I mean, I cannot interact, so this will just stay as it was. Alright, so this was a pretty good turn for the rebels. As they took no damage. Oh, then again, maybe they just noticed. Yeah, well, okay. Add the focus, spend the focus. Alright, okay, so that's good. Anyway, that won't change anything. Alright, so what was I saying already? What was I saying already? Blah blah blah. Okay, well, a pretty good turn for the rebels, as they took no damage. I'm not quite sure why Benthic lost a shield. I believe this is still a mistake. So yeah, rebels did have a very good time on this particular turn. So now the question is, what will the First Order be able to do to come back from this? 0 points for First Order, 21 for the Rebel Alliance. Anyway, not quite sure why they are being... Alright, okay. Anyway, Benthic will be moving first. But the thing is, I mean, by moving first, you can probably try and block the Maxime's ships. But the thing is, those TIE SF can just, like, two hard or 3 hard, turn the turret and shoot out the back. Is it a good idea? I'm not good enough to say it, but the thing is, by collapsing every single one of your ships onto the U-wing, TN loses some kind of her ability. Because TN gets good when she has buddies that can, like, rely on her ability to do a lot of damage. But the thing is, if Red and TN collapse on Benthic, although Green and Yellow might have a range 1 shot, this would probably be unmodified range 1 shot, and this would look like Benthic would probably be losing 3 shields, but like no more. Maybe Holo would make him hit some pain, but I'm not quite sure of that. So this will be a very interesting turn. But then again, Garvin facing the wrong direction, Kyle facing the rock as well, so you probably need to see those ships do a 1 bank. 1 bank from Kyle is probably getting him out, I mean, getting his arc out of being able to shoot the red TIE-SF. Garvin, I mean, I think the 1 bank fits, but the thing is, does it fit the way that, in a way that you have an unobstructed shot onto red? Not quite sure as well. And then you've got Hera that is probably doing like 2 bank or something. So you need, with the A-wing in this position and the U-wing in this position, you probably need the U-wing to go kind of fast, like 2 or 3 straight. Then you need to 1 bank those Hawks and X-wing, and then you probably need to do a 2 bank with Hera so that everything clears. But the thing is, by going that fast with Benthic, you are probably not able to give Hera your second focus, as Hera will be out of range 1 to 2, which is the range you can transfer a focus with Benthic. And then with the TIE SFs, I'm not quite sure what is the best plan, because you could, I mean, in a very greedy world, you 3 sloop. Is it a 3? Let's just check that real quick. You 3 sloop TN. It is a 2 sloop, so don't do it. You've got a 4K and a 2 sloop. So maybe you 4K. I mean, why not? Why not doing a 4K with TN? Is it such a bad idea? Because she's now range 1 of everything, but then again she has no token, so maybe it's not that good. But you can give a token to TN with Holo, but do you want to be giving a token? I mean, as I said, I'm not good enough to assume what those players will do in this turn, but then again, I'm just wondering, because I see a lot of things. What will be these players' choices? I believe they are both set. Might start the next round. Okay, so Benthic did, I believe, 1, 2. That was a 2. So 2 straight. So this is blocking pretty much everything. So first focus, then second focus is going to, and the hours goes to, checks for range 2. As I mentioned, Hera is out of range. Ah, merci Chewie, merci beaucoup pour le sub. Trop gentil. Alright. So this is a focus for Garvin. 5 straight for TN. So this is blocking Hera, but this is not going to do much more. But it allows the TIE SFs to to rely on her ability, maybe. I believe she's in range 1 of the U-wing, so it will be enough. And you can now consider that Red TIE SF did the same as TN, so that means the Red TIE SF did a 5 straight, maybe. That's a possibility. And as it did a 5 straight, this probably means that he's bumping onto Kyle. Okay, no, that's 1 straight from green, alright. 1 straight that bumps onto the U-wing, and probably a 1 straight that... Okay, that clears. Enough space out the back so that he can clear the maneuver and perform an action. Alright, so Kyle, 1 bank. There you go, 1 bank. Alright. So you are out of TN's arc, but you are in her range 1 bubble, which means you can suffer crits if this is what the SFs want. In this situation, I'm not quite sure the 1 bank from Garvin fits, but I mean, you are losing an action, of course, but this is not the end of the world, as you already have a focus on you. I'm not sure this is a good idea, though. Taking a lock onto red is kind of... Okay, so Garvin does the 1 straight? Alright. Okay. Now, that is surprising for sure, I mean, do you take a lock on red? Is that what you... what's the plan? What's the plan here? I'm not seeing things like they do, it seems. So yeah, taking a lock onto red is... I mean, this is obviously a good idea because you have a double modded shot, but the thing is, I believe you don't have the turret on red, just like I was worried last turn. And I believe, yeah, a Hera will be probably crashing onto TN. Probably max target is Hera. Oh, Devil Rock Hardcore Kid. Thank you for the follow. Welcome. Okay, so Garvin is also taking a target lock on the red tie SF. So maybe this is an initiative kill. It could be. Right, so Holo did take a lock onto Benthic, paying the price with the strain and then taking a focus. So he will probably be giving a target lock to its owner. And yeah, Hera got bumped onto TN. Alright, so this is beginning of engagement. As Ruben is first player, he will be giving Hera a focus. No. Then again, the turret isn't facing the right direction. Last time I saw, this time I missed. But anyway, you can give one to Benthic that has one. Well, where is Benthic's focus? Red is not supposed to have a focus. This is Benthic's focus. Okay. There is a bit of a mistake here by those players. I hope this will be settled because the red tie SF bumped onto Benthic that took a focus, which means Benthic has the focus and red doesn't. So this is Benthic's focus, not red's focus. Uh, can they see that? Seems like they don't. Alright, so maybe this is not good. Oh, okay, so you spend the evade to avoid taking any damage, right? Let me just... There you go, perfect. Alright. So this is a range 1 with what it looks like it's... Oh, so this is a holo, sorry. Holo range 1 onto Benthic. Getting 2 so far and adds 2 crits to the roll, which is kind of amazing. Well, you spend the evade for sure in this situation. This looks like it's an I result. So this means that you have an evade with the... I mean, you don't spend the focus. Okay, so you spend the focus. Alright. Is it the good choice? I mean, with Hera you can give a focus, so maybe that's good. I don't know. I would have spent the evade, but this is like old habits. Garvin, shooting range 2 on the red. Oh, because you can then give your focus back to Benthic, but then again you could do an evade with Jin. I mean, there are such possibilities with this list. Okay, you can reroll with the target lock. So that's 2 so far, maybe a third one. Ah, and you didn't spend your focus for 2 turns in a row, which is obviously not looking that good. And 1 evade, so taking 2 on red. Red is living on 1, so red probably will die this turn. Will it be an initiative kill? For Ruben, it would be amazing, of course. For Max, this could be some kind of a trouble, because then you only have 2 shots remaining, and the Ewing is in a very good position to stop Kyle as well, actually. Alright, so range 1, and he has the front arc, so you might as well reroll. I would have rerolled everything, right? No? Okay. Okay, he's getting 3, so red died. No, oh, okay. If you spend, this is overkill. I don't understand why he did this. This, this, this is not a good decision. This is really not a good decision on Kyle, because now Kyle hasn't got any focus, and this was not necessary. This was a bad decision. Although I'm just like saying that there are no bad decisions in X-Wing. It's more like decisions about maneuvers or anything. But this was a bad decision, because with 3 damage, he already had what he needed to kill the TIE-SF. Alright, so now this is Benthic's turn, as he is initiative 2, but Rubens has the initiative. If you need a focus, Hera has... Oh, Hera doesn't have a focus, sorry, my bad. So yeah, Benthic is pretty much alone with a single evade. Okay, doesn't need a focus on attacks, that's a 2 out of 4, and this is 1 shield on yellow. Yellow, 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 there you go. 1 shield away from yellow. TN doesn't see anything. Green takes a calculate as he engages, thanks to the automated target priority. 2 agility on the Ewing, getting all 3 with the calculate, which is looking very good. You can spend the evade to avoid taking one. That's, I mean, whether you spend it right now or on the next shot, that doesn't change anything, but maybe next shot you will have 2 evades naturally. So of course you spend when you need. I believe this is the right decision. Why are 2 shields down? This should be only 1, right? Did I miss something? This was 4. Oh, this was 4 last round. Yeah, that's the rule. So okay, all 3 shields down. Yeah, okay, so he is dealing damage to TN. It is on the shields. TN is range 1 of Benthic, so that's a 3 hits, a crit. So he's taking 2 hits and a crit on Benthic. And the crit is fuel leak, which with TN is looking bad, but TN is already behind him, so maybe this won't be of any use. So 1, 2, and a crit. The crit is, he said, fuel leak. There you go. Alright. 36 minutes remaining. 31 for France. 41 for Mexico. Alright, so a lot of ships in a very short amount of place. The question is, what will the SF be doing next turn? So TN is moving first. No, this is Benthic moving first, sorry. So Benthic has to choose where he goes. So maybe it's a 0. But if it's a 0, do you rotate? If you rotate, where do you rotate? I would guess if you 0, you rotate to the left 90 degrees. Because that way you can see green, probably. You can see green that is more likely to too hard to the right. Decisions. Maybe with Garvin that's a 3 bank to the left, or maybe that's a 4K, but if it's a 4K you are going, I mean, in any case you're going through the rock. That's pretty much unnecessary to count on anything that wouldn't go to the rock if you want to keep your your team together for to damage. I mean, to damage the first order, you need Garvin to go through the rock. That is non-negotiable. I believe the 4K wouldn't fit though because of the position of Holo. But the 3 bank would probably fit as yellow is going to move before Garvin. So is yellow going to go 3 bank? Cannot go straight. I mean, is the 5 straight enough to go through Kyle? Maybe it is actually. I'm not quite sure with this angle. And then what does Holo do? Does Holo do just like a one hard? Can it be blocked by the 3 bank of Garvin, which would be nice? Yeah, I mean, this is going to be an interesting turn, for sure. Lots of decision that will impact the rest of the game. So Benthik is the only one to that took damage for now. Tien is one away from half, and yellow took a shield. So yeah, Ruben, or I mean, not Ruben because this is a replacement. So his surname is AC Yager, I believe. Did identify those special forces gunner SFs to be the most dangerous pieces of the list. This was pretty clever as he already took one off the board. Maybe yellow will be the next to go down. And now, which is really important for Max, is that if you're using Tien's ability, you are taking crits, which is always scary. Because like it's not uncommon to see those fuel licks go onto Tien and you're like, okay, so next time I use I die. And it's not looking that good. But will be interesting for sure. Alright, so Rebel player taking his time, being sure not to do some really painful errors. Looks like we are almost ready. Alright. And I believe as the hand is going to the foils that we are going to do a 0 stop. Now the question is, do you rotate? Leia got popped, obviously. 1, 2, 3. Are you rotating, and which side are you rotating to? Did not rotate? Pretty much have to rotate. maybe he's debating, but I believe this is the kind of thing you can like think before you do. I don't know. I mean, the board state didn't change from the moment you were planning to the moment you were playing, so. Not sure why he's hesitating. Alright. Oh, he... Alright. Okay, so rotating... Okay, so he rotated 180 degree. What the hell is this? Can you go away, please? Thank you. Alright, so took a focus. Who is going to get the other one? Probably Hera. No, this will be Garvin. Garvin will not be able to perform an action, so that seems logical. And this is what I was afraid of, and this is what the reason why I was concerned about the 90 degrees to the left. It was the left, yeah. Yeah, okay. So Benthic is going to pretty much see nothing at all, which is not looking... I mean, like, you've got TN, right. Okay. But then again, that's not looking very good. I would have guessed this was the logical option for the Thai SF, but... Okay, so Kyle did stop, taking probably a focus. There you go. What will Garvin do? It was a 3-bank. Yeah. Maybe you just clip the foils and boost. I mean, should have done that before, I mean, but... Oh no, you've gone through the rock. My bad. Obviously you don't have any action, so... And Garvin loses a shield. Garvin, a shield. So probably that, yeah, Holo was bumping. Yeah, this was like the thing to do probably. And Hera, why do a 3 sloop? Okay, so that looks really weird because now I'm not sure green can see Hera, but yellow surely can. And yellow could you are giving yellow the opportunity to perform 2 attacks this turn, and this is not looking very good. Because you only have 1 arc on yellow, and this is I mean, this is a 4 dice attack arc because you're range 1, and this is Kyle's attack arc, but then again, not quite sure this was a good option. And I mean, yeah, yeah, okay, well. The only thing that Max has to do or not to do is not shooting Garvin so that Garvin cannot give any focus. Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised by 2 things. First of all, rotate 180 degrees, then 3 sloop from Hera. That surprised me. Like, but I mean, Kyle can give Hera the focus, but maybe. I'm not even sure he can. But yeah. So Benthic only has 1 agility this turn. We are probably going to have Benthic die right here. The thing is, he won't have a very good shot. Though he's got initiative, so he will be shooting before TN triggers. So, I mean, before TN engages, which means the automatic target priority calculate will not will not be relevant for the shot. Why did Hera? What's this focus? Why did she take a focus? She did a sloop, and she takes a focus. Well, there are things I cannot understand right now. What? Am I missing something? Like, oh, yeah, I'm surely missing something. This is turn for Leia. Okay, okay, I'm just stupid. Okay, so Hera focused and boost to put herself range 1 of the yellow tie SF. Kyle gave his focus to Hera. Holo did give white 2 in a single shot. I'm not quite sure. Alright, so anyway, Hera has 3 attack dice. I guess Maxime thought green would be doing 5 straight again. Only 1 on Hera and got the evade. Holo is shooting at Benthic, so that's 4 against 1. Alright, so Benthic dies. This is an amazing roll for a bumped ship at range 1, but... okay, so he's got very lucky here. Well, I'm not taking any account on those. I mean, oh, this is... Okay, so this was fuel leak, then it was direct hit, blah blah blah, etc. Okay. Yeah, you know you can make sentences in the chat, right? You're not forced to put a word, a message, right? Consider using sentence. Okay, so so this is Kyle going range 1 onto the yellow tie SF, I believe. And this will be a... so, is this a focus result? Okay, this was a focus result. So, Hera passing a focus, Kyle using the focus. So this is 4 damage onto the yellow tie SF, and this is 3 going through, which means it is 2 shields and a crit. And the crit is a direct hit, so yellow lives on 1. Direct hit. There you go. Perfect. Right. TN engages, so gets a calculate. Range 2 onto Kyle. 1 with the calculate. So this was range 2, so 2 agility. Is it too early to call it GG? I don't know. I mean, Benthic died, which is obviously looking very bad. But I'm not sure it's... I mean, Garvin is still a thing. And can be really rough when it's in a position where he lost only 1 shield. I mean, the score is really tight, but you've got still Holo that is pretty menacing in this situation. I don't know. I surely don't know how it's going to end, for sure. Hera giving focus. No, see, it was an attack on Hera, my bad. Anyway, Hera losing a shield, and Kyle lost a shield as well. I mean, this is looking better for First Order than for the Rebels, but not quite sure you can call it right away. Though you probably know better than I do, sure. Okay, so still no focus left on to Kyle. Garvin is in a decent position to harass some of those TIE SFs. Probably try and kill Yellow. Kyle is in a weird position because he cannot go left, which would obviously be the position in which you are getting. I mean, I don't know. If the SFs are going left, you are safe if Kyle goes left. But if they are going right, you are out their back. Not quite sure what I would choose in this situation. I mean, you cannot go left because of Hera, for sure, but... yeah. So Benthic got killed astern. No more points scored for Max. For Ruben, the Zeta Squadron Survivor took 3 damage. I mean, no, like 2 and a crit, so that was 4 damage actually. And he scored half of the ship, which is 21. Tien did not use her ability, so still rely on 3 hull. Holo did get a very good attack. So Max is set. Bronze. Okay, so seems like we are close from being ready. So what do you do with the TIE SF in this situation? Are you forced to turn? Do you turn bank? Do you turn hard? In which direction? Not quite sure of this. Okay, turned hard. Maybe green is turning. Okay, green is not turning. Going straight. So you've got some kind of a kill box, maybe? Right, so this is Kyle moving now. 1 straight. You might be able to fit the arc on green, but I mean you could like take a focus, rotate the turret to the right, the left, sorry, and stress yourself. I mean, you're not in a bad position to be able to clear the stress next turn. Though you're giving up the right arc for probably Holo, but difficult choices. So yeah, rotating to the left, focus, so stress. I mean, it's like Max is taking the Mexican player by the hand. It's like, I don't know why. So 3 hard from Garvin. In this situation, you probably just take a focus because Garvin is such a strong piece when he's got a focus. I believe this is the last one Max will be shooting, but then again, it's an X-Wing, so 3 attack dice that you cannot ignore. Barrel rolled? I mean, you go out of one arc, but you are... I mean, you don't have any token. I mean, if you know that Hera is going to fit... Oh, maybe that's the reason why he's barrel rolling. Maybe Hera did a too hard to the left? Would it be the reason why he's barrel rolling? I mean, I would take some kind of a big risk and assume this is the reason why he barrel rolled. And in this situation, maybe I would barrel roll with Holo and then boost. But like you're in the attack arc of Kyle, which is bad, obviously. It was the too hard from Hera. So Kyle will be eating some dust for sure. Probably Kyle is going to die here. Complex situation. I mean, you're kind of forced to focus, and does not focus. Okay, well, I believe at this point we are close from the end because you cannot give Hera the focus. Yeah, I'm not quite. No, you cannot do that. I'm kind of sure you cannot do that. But Max isn't checking either, so okay. Probs moving for Hera, I guess. Yep. I mean, we've got 90 seconds delay, so yeah, you just thought about what I was saying 90 seconds ago. Yeah. Okay, so Kyle is eating 2 crits. No, a crit. Yeah, 2 crits, okay. Can give the focus to Kyle. I mean, in the end, Kyle wasn't able to give the focus to Hera anyway, so maybe that's just... I mean, Kyle takes 3 if you do not give him back the focus. Then he dies, so maybe you just do. So hit on the shields and 2 crits. If one of them is a direct, it's the end. If the first one is a fuel leak, it's the end. Panicked pilot. Ah, there you go. This is looking very bad. And panicked pilot and hull breach, which is kind of a dead crit. Okay, so damaged and no, what did I say? Panic pilot. I completely forgot the other one. Hull breach. There you go. Right. So this is, I believe, Garvin shooting, and you got out of yellow. So this is shooting into green. What the hell is this round? 3 crits and a hit. Green is taking 2 because he got a very good rolling defense as well. Man. I mean, in such a defensive list, roll netties and you just win the thing, right? Okay. Range 1 onto yellow. That's 3 attack dice through the turret, maybe? Okay, he's attacking range 1. If he does 3, it's the end. 2 might be enough. Let's see. He's got it. 1 evade and the evade token. And this is it for Ruben. So now this is Maxime engaging TN and probably killing Kyle as she has 3 attack dice. And oh, maybe not. Needs an evade to survive. Yeah. And we'll get it. Okay, so Kyle lives, but at what cost? Because triple stressed. Probably. Oh, but no, yeah, just do not listen to me. There are still 2 SFs to engage. Anyway, Kyle is probably dying anyway. 1. And green did spend. Oh, but he's getting a crit on TN. What is the crit? It is a whole breach. I mean, well, there are worse crits. Whole breach. And Kyle dies with the crit. Got 1 evade. Weapons failure, but anyway, that would not matter. Well, weapons failure. Alright, so gave up half of TN, but did end up getting Kyle. So 110 to 77. I believe the correct choice is Garvin because of the points, but it's only 2 points. I'm not quite sure what you choose in this situation. Both are range 2, both are out of token. Okay, he's going on to Garvin. Gets 1. Yeah, just 1, because he took an evade. And gets the evade. So no consequences for this particular shot. So 8 minutes remaining. This is looking good for France. Oh, what happened? I did not touch anything. Just so that it's clear for anybody watching. I am not responsible for this. Okay. And they reset my... And I don't have my camera. Oh man, this is amazingly... this game has been such an amount of bad things. Alright. So we are back 20 seconds. Okay, so I have an advancing of 20 seconds. Did we miss something? Not particularly. Right. Is the board state correct? It looks like it is. Yeah. Okay, perfect. Alright. So, we have, I believe, 2 turns left. I mean, depends on how fast they are playing, of course. But 2 turns would not be so uncommon. Seems like it's good for both players. We might be going... Yeah. So TN, 3 hearts, closed the distance between her and Garvin. Okay, the yellow TSF is not going to fight this day. Green TSF, on the contrary, is going to take a focus and probably shooting out the... Oh no, okay, maybe not a focus, just an evade. I mean, yeah, probably that holo is the piece you rely on for the end of the game. Okay, so did a 2 bank, was not stressed but would have cleared it because it's blue. Closed the wings, so maybe you just focus boost to the left. Okay. And you might be able to take out yellow because you've got 3 attack dice. Someone control Z. Hopefully the dials work. Yeah, it seems like it's okay. But you're right. Yeah, I believe this was a kind of a mistake, or like a rewind or something, like with the arrow buttons or anything. Okay, so Holo taking a strain and locking Garvin. He also took a focus as he's a regular action. Okay, so in this situation, you are. What are you doing? Oh, barrel rolls, right? So once again, no token for Hera. Not looking good. I mean, with Garvin you can give it to Hera, but anyway, you would have to to use it with Garvin before that. Okay, so Hera, who will you be shooting? Range 1 on 2 Tien. So that's 3. Tien is living on 2. And you've got a pretty good roll. Hit and a crit. Yeah, but nothing will go through. Range 2 for Holo. 1 so far, you can use the target lock. 2 and 3 with the focus. Well, this is a reason why you spend, for sure. So you spend, you give to Hera. You have 2 evades. And you take a shield. Single shield. You go. Then you've got the range one, so that's only 3 because the wings are closed. Thank you for the follow. Welcome. And you are doing like, okay, so you're passing, giving it back. So that's 2. Is yellow going to die this turn? Yes. Yellow dies. There you go. And this is now 110 to 97 points. I like this sound. Thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. TN is shooting, I believe, Garvin as well, so that's 2. 1. You can... Do not forget that you can give a focus... No, why are you forgetting this? Oh no, this is looking bad. You can pass the focus and transform it into an evade. But this is the kind of thing you have to remember though. Alright, so Garvin took another hit, and this is half of Garvin right now. Hera took no damage from this shot and did not use the focus, so yeah, this was the time to give it to Garvin, because now there is too much points to catch up. Half of TN would be 14. It would, like, let me just... Yeah, okay. If you would have given the evade, I mean the focus transformed... Oh, but no, but Jin is not alive anymore, so yeah. Forget me, once again. Alright, so anyway. If Jin was alive, could have transferred the thing, and like, without losing any point before Garvin takes a damage, you would have been with Maxime at 110, and the rebel player could have taken TN out by having two more damage on her, and this would have led to a 1-point lead, 111 to 110. That would have been very cool. Alright, so anyway, a tie SF remaining with the one with automated target priority, TN 3465 on 2 hole, and holo with proud tradition. Yeah, you are correct. Gene is gone. Yeah, noticed it a bit too far. So Garvin is stressed, so probably won't be able to shoot this round. So I believe with this clock going to 0, this will lead to France victory. Yeah. I wonder. I mean, what do you do with? I mean, the green tie SF is kind of forced to 2 hard or 3 hard, because like any other maneuver would end up being out of the map. TN can maybe stress herself. I mean, there is no victory condition for the rebels right now, because Garvin is stressed, so the only way Garvin shoots is Maxime doing some kind of a very big mistake, and Hera on herself cannot do enough damage. And I mean, I believe like, you would have to take holo, the entire holo, and this is pretty much your only. I think this is pretty much your only uh, victory condition, because if you score the entire Zeta Squadron Survivor, which is looking very uncommon, though the ship is stressed, not stressed, strained, sorry, you are getting 33 points, which means you're going to 130 points, 3 points behind. If you score TN, you score 14 points, which is obviously not enough. If you kill holo, you score 55, which leads to rebel victory. But then again, killing holo with Hera, like, looks like it's not going to happen. You would need first of all, you would need Max not to take an evade. Then you would need 3 agility going onto 3 blanks, and you would need a hit and a crit for Hera. I mean, after spending a focus or like whatever. So this is probably not happening. Like, statistically, no chance. 0.000, etc. Alright, so Garvin won't shoot. Yeah, if you barrel this way, no, you're not blocking a holo. And I believe holo is not going this way anyway, so there you go. And then you can still have a focus by using Proud Tradition. What is Hera doing? We shall see. Maybe a 2 straight. No, 1 hard. Oh! 1 hard to the right. There you go. Okay, game's over. GG to the First Order, winning the game. So now the only question is, will holo be able to take the 3 damage onto Garvin or not? I mistyped holo. I think he can only win by killing. Oh yeah, you're right. Okay, that way I can I understand. Yep, you're correct. doing only one, and Garvin will take it, but anyway, that's just one more damage. And this is the end of this game, of this round, of this week. And yeah, so this is France taking this final game, as they are now up to 6 points, and Mexico is at 1 point. Alright, so once again, apologies for the beginning of the stream. There were some technical difficulties. This was the day of technical difficulties, actually. So thank you for your patience. I hope you liked the stream. And yeah, we shall see each other very soon, as we are yeah, they're typing the score. Yeah, this is it. So yeah, we shall see each other very soon, as next week's pairing is live at the moment for France and the Netherlands. So we are going to have some games really soon, I hope. And yeah, for more France action, come back next week. And yeah, I hope this will be. I mean, Netherlands against France is kind of the pairings that everyone is waiting for. I mean, if I'm not mistaken, that's the reason why people were so hyped by this group. They were like, Netherlands and France are going through the final thing. All right, so let me just convert your betting so that I do not forget that. There you go. Perfect. All right, so betting are due. All right. So anyway, thanks again for participating in the chat, and watching, obviously, the stream. Hope you liked the whole day of streaming. If you have any suggestion, do not hesitate. And we shall see each other very soon, maybe tomorrow, as the pairings, as I mentioned, are going on right now as we speak. So GG to Team Mexico. Anyway, the score is pretty rough, but this was really a really cool week with very sympathetic guys. Always nice to meet people around the world, and Mexico isn't quite close of France, so GG to them, and GG to France as well, and all of our players. And yeah, I wish you a very good evening, and we shall see each other very soon. Goodbye, everyone.